Hey guys, what's up? Today I want to talk to you about the narrative, your story that you love to tell. But first, I want to share this funny thing that happened today. Well, it's not funny actually. I'm just going to share it. So, this morning I was reading this book and she was talking about how it was this, so she was basically saying that her son got an ant farm for his birthday. Like, he was like a 5-year-old, and he loved it and loved watching the ants work together and build this community and all this stuff. And then a few days later, he came home from school crying because all the kids on the playground were stepping on the ants and killing the ants, and he had like just developed a love for ants and like seen them as like actual, you know, spirits, like souls. And so the mom, she explained to him, like, these kids haven't seen the ants like you have. If they got to know the ants like you did, then they would be nice to the ants too. And the kid was like, I want to invite everyone over to look at my ant farm. And then she went on to say how, like, I think he said something about them being friends, like he was friends with the ants. And she was like, on her walk, like she saw a squirrel or a rabbit, and she just said, we are friends with every soul, with every bird, like that bird, we are friends. And so at the little end of each chapter, she has a little challenge or some, like, idea to practice. And she said, when you go outside today, when you see a squirrel or something, just think to yourself, we are friends. And it's like, oh, that's cute. So anyway, moving on with my morning. On Wednesdays, which is today for me, well, it's Wednesday for you too if you're watching this on the day I film it. I am not gonna do another take because I don't like doing one take. I don't like doing double takes because that is one reason that would just stop me from moving forward. So that's why I allow mess ups in my videos. So anyway, I went to an outdoor yoga class. On Wednesdays, there's an outdoor yoga class that is so nice because you're just doing upward dog, looking at the clouds. And I was excited. It's on the track at the high school nearby. So we were like towards the end of class, we were doing thread the needle with the shoulder resting on the mat and like looking, and then I see like some ants like right there, and they weren't there last week. I had no ant problems last week, and I went to this class last week, same spot, exact same spot, and they were like kind of getting close but not going, and I was like, oh my gosh, get away, like, this is my Wednesday morning outside yoga class. You're ruining my class. Like, you're ruining it because now I can't relax because I'm like afraid you're gonna come on. And then I had that thought from that book, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Don't you hate it when that happens, when you like read something that is like, and then like you're like listening to something about having patience, and then you get cut off like that exact moment, and it's just like the best. So I was staring at the ants, and I was like, we are friends, we are friends, we are friends. Get off my mat, get off my mat. We are friends, don't come closer. And I was like, like, what are the odds? Like, I haven't even, the thing is, I don't read that book every day. Just when I feel the need to, I pick up that book and we'll read one chapter. It's so freaking weird. Cannot plan this stuff. So I tried. I don't know if I felt it to the depth of her son. I didn't. I'm not gonna say I don't know. I didn't. I still don't feel that way about ants, but I did grow a little more compassion. Like, I did like see them, and they didn't come on my mat. They respected my boundaries, except for this one tiny one, but it's okay. Anyway, let's move on to something. By the way, this is the lake that I search for alligators almost every day, and I haven't seen one in this lake. So now that I say that, why don't I just search for them in a different lake? Maybe I should do that. This is just the lake by my house, but you know, insanity, doing the same thing over and over again. But I was told to go look at the lakes on the banks where the sun rises in the mornings, and that's where I find them. So I gotta try that. Anyway, what narrative are you sick of repeating to yourself over and over and over and over again? What narrative or excuse? Because what's cool about like continuing to ask, like, what do I want? What do I want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? And then like answering and answering and answering, like being no limits, like, what do you want? What would you want? What could you want? If there was anything possible, what would you want? Right? This is the question, like, what is the desired outcome? When you ask that and then you say your excuses, to a certain point, if you ask it enough, then you get really, 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 really tired of your own excuses. And then that's why I love saying it out loud. That's why I love having someone else ask me, like, what do I want? And I'm like, this, and then proceed to say why I can't have it, don't deserve it, I'm not whatever enough yet. And then, but I keep doing it, and then you just get this moment of like, why, like, you get so freaking frustrated. So that's why I encourage you to always think about, what is your dream? What do you want? And then let's ask this question: why can't I have it? Why don't I have it? Why don't you have it? And really, like, spend time journaling this. If you really want to, like, do this, then say, this is why I don't have it. In fact, the other day somebody asked me that. They're like, what do you want? And I'm like, I always have so many things. You guys know, if you know me, I'm like, well, I want to stay at the Ritz-Carlton for free at this place, and well, all the Ritz-Carltons, and you know, this is one thing. Or I want to be able to do a pull-up. I want to be able to whatever. I am not gonna, that's not what my video is about. But when he asked me something I wanted, and I was like, something related to my YouTube channel and like having more videos and stuff like that. And he was like, why don't you, like, what's stopping you? And then I was like, it was like crickets. And it was like super powerful, which is hence why I'm making this video. And hence, you know, I did have reasons. I did come up with excuses, and some of it's like, well, like, I don't know what to talk about. I don't have a plan enough. Like, what if I start and then I don't have enough to say, and then it's just like, it doesn't turn into anything. Or this belief, like, it's all about your belief. And here's what I love. I heard this quote about beliefs today. Beliefs are meant to be hypotheses to be tested. So you can just question it and dive deeper. So if I have this belief that every video I make has to be a certain length of time, be in the same background, or at least have an awesome background, if I have to look good, if I have to edit it and it's going to take a long time, all this stuff was stuff that was stopping me. So I was like, well, it takes a lot of time to, like, blow dry my hair and blah 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 blah, and that's all just to make like a 5-minute video, and that was something stopping me. So today I just got back from the gym, and then I changed my clothes and put this on and put earrings on and put this up, which is like fine, but like, it wasn't good enough to my old standards. But I was like, actually it's good enough, and look, who cares? Nobody cares. But I'm just saying, it's like a thing that was stopping me, because I was like, in my mind, I had a rule. Nobody else had a rule. I had a rule that I needed to appear a certain way, look a certain way to make a video. I also think I had a belief that I had to do it in my room with this like awesome background and like a ring light, because that's what a lot of people who do YouTube videos do. And I guess I just wasn't vibing with that. Sometimes I'll do videos in my room, but like, I just don't like have a setup that I'm like super into right now. Like, I'd rather have the lake as my background, I guess. So that's like a thing. But I hadn't really asked myself why. I just stopped at like, I can't make YouTube videos. And then I didn't say, why not? So then this person said, why, like, what's stopping you? And then when it really bugged me at first. I was like, because we want to hold on to that, right? So I was holding on to it, and then it's just like that trap. So there's like a trap in the trees that they have for monkeys, and then the monkey reaches his hand in there, it fits, grabs the berries, but when it grabs the berries, it can't get out. If it would release its hand, it could get out. So what should we let go of today as a team? Should we let go of repeating the same thing over and over again about why we can't do something, why we can't meditate, why we can't eat a vegetable, why we can't drink enough water, why we can't get enough sleep? Like, are you going to keep on saying that? Do you want that to be your reality? Because you are the only one responsible, right, for giving you that thing that you want. No one else is responsible. So as long as someone else is responsible, you're just fine not growing, and then you're like ultimately not going to be fine because you like want to grow, because that's why we're here, to grow. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you. Oh, actually, would you leave a comment and tell me below what? Tell me below. This is funny. This is proof. This is living proof right here, and I'm not going to edit it. I know I really want to edit it. So So leave a comment below. Tell me if you know of a place in Florida where I can see a gator besides Gatorland, a wild gator. And tell me below if you have a belief or if you have a story you're ready to drop. Let's get it.